Welcome to Creaza. It's a versatile suite of learning media applications well suited to developing assignments at a variety of grade and skill levels. It's inclusive of 4 distinct applications that are available free for educators with limited availability and storage space. It's actually composed of 4 distinct applications: Minomo, which you can use separate from Creaza, Cartoonist, Movie Editor, and Audio Editor. What we're going to do today is we're just going to briefly go through a tour of each of these applications and talk about how they can be used distinctly as well as tied together in order to create one assignment that's scaffolded together. If you wanted to use this as an educator for a free account, then there are some limitations. We'll talk through what those limitations are and some of the value to actually potentially exploring getting a premium account as an individual or as a school. What you actually do when signing up for this is you would create an account by registering. You go through all of their fabulous terms of use like anyone, and it explains some of the limitations that come along with an education account that include the fact that you only have 25 megabytes of storage space available to you, which on first blush actually isn't so bad because they have a fair amount of media that's available to you, and for just creating some basic accounts available or assignments for students, it's going to allow you to create some technical literacy associated assignments and nice storyboard assignments for students. So once you've developed your account, what you're going to have access to is a home page. And the home page is where you orient yourself, and through the education account, you also can actually share the content that you're creating with other people. So there are also some really nice collaboration opportunities through Creaza. So here in your home page, you can see that actually this comes out of the Netherlands, and you are able to put up your picture and to introduce yourself to other folks. And you have a place where you can upload your own media files in order to create your content. So these media files can be images, they can be video files that you're going to access later on. You don't have to use your own media files, but certainly there are benefits to that. And then you begin the fun with actually interacting with those 4 tools. So the 4 tools are accessed via tools. You can see them down here at the bottom. You have the different cartoonist templates, but we're going to actually start with Minomo. So Minomo is the place that I recommend starting because it really serves as that template for all of the others. Minomo is your basic mind map software that gives you the ability to create mind maps or flowcharts. I find that Minomo differentiates itself from some other mind map software because not only do you have the ability to create flowcharts by going in topics to it, but you also have the ability to, within these topics, go in and add specific notes to the central topic that you have to elaborate on what that topic was. But you can also, where you previously had words associated with that, substitute that word with an image if you want to. And so, for instance, if my central topic here was actually going to be talking about an elephant instead, then I can actually add that image into my mind map. Similarly, you have the ability to add links in to specific main topics that you have. It's really quite user-friendly as you move around with these different components. You can change out the layout and how you orient components. And they recently added a new feature to Minomo that allows you to create a presentation format. So the presenter format is based on this premise that, so if you're going to be collaborating, if you're going to be sharing a mind map and how you organize ideas, how you work through your thinking process, which really ultimately is oftentimes the purpose of this, when you pass that on to other people, they may not think the same way as you think. And if they're going to be working on this project with you, well, it might not make any sense to them. And so with using the presenter option, you can actually your thinking process slide by slide, moving them from one thought to the next so they can watch your scaffolding process, which I think has some really exciting implications for just how we develop our thinking processes for students as well as for teachers. So this is something that can be used within the Creaza suite of applications, and that you can use it in order to sketch out what your ideas are going to be for the cartoonist application. So the cartoonist application then is one where you literally can create storyboards for later on using the movie editor, or you can just literally create stories. So the cartoonist application gives you the opportunity to create cartoons, cartoon strips, and stories. They have a variety of pre-built cartoons for you, and it's a really nice and clean application where they provide for you all of the components of what goes into a cartoon. So in this example, you start out with first choosing what your background is going to be. And once you choose that, it automatically puts it in for you. And then you move on, you choose who some of your characters are going to be in this strip. You set them in there. Maybe you want to have a couple who are talking to each other and doing something. You might have a house that's doing something. It's really very user friendly. I see there's a lot of opportunities for a variety of different skill levels. There's effects that you can add in. And so not only is this fun and it's creative, but you can be applying a lot of different concepts and critical thinking while students are also developing some wonderful technical literacy skills. And not only are you using some of the different media that are provided by Creaza, but you also have the ability to integrate some of those 25 megabytes of media files that you have already uploaded. And so after you've created this first move on and you create your next slide, and after a while you actually have a specific comic strip that you've developed, and as you go through you continually save this, and it saves it to your home page that again can be shared and collaborative. So a lot of really exciting ideas and things that you can do with Cartoonist as a specific and distinct application, or something that can be storyboarding for a movie editor that you're later on going to use. So again, you can start with Mindomo for how you're going to organize and think through specifically creating a story project within Cartoonist, or you can use Mindomo for thinking through how you're going to create a movie within Mindomo. Or you can slowly scaffold on Mindomo to Cartoonist. And then if you're going to be creating a movie editor, you might then want to think about, okay, well, there's some audio that I want to add in, or there are just some audio that I want to edit or record. And so there is a really nice audio editor that Creaza offers you. All of these applications are online. They're web-based. You don't have to download anything onto your computer in order to be able to use these. And so similarly, there's advantages to being able to use this, because it means that students could potentially use this starting at school or a community center, go home and continue this if they want to. It's not particular computer or operating system based. It could be Windows, it could be Mac, it could be Linux, lots of different varieties. It's also not specific to particular audio files or movie files. And so within the free educator account, you can create and edit 8 different audio files. It can just be a matter of recording a fun animal sound that you have, or perhaps recording a line from a play or something that you have students that are doing. And so this is something that you can record, something that you're going to add to a movie later on, and add it to your own media files. So finally then, I think that the most robust piece that they have here is the movie editor, where you have the ability to fairly easily go in and create and edit a movie. And so it's got its own components of media pieces that you can go ahead and you can drag and drop in using the video components and transitions that they have already provided. They have some sounds that you can put on top of here, and you can layer, you can change the different lengths that they have. You can go in any media files that you have already uploaded in, you can go ahead and you can layer those on top already, and add them to what already exists, and create a video of your own. It's really easy to go through and to gradually make your own video with the different components that you've created through Creaza, that you've already created, or based on the different media that they have. So for allowing students to develop some sense of technical literacy, of information literacy, interacting with new media, and having some fun through the process, and here on Web Hosted, a really exciting variety of different web applications, I think that this free account is a great starting point, and there are, through Tool Factory and through Creaza themselves, I think some viable alternatives for potentially exploring a premium account. So I hope that you'll start an account and explore it yourselves today.